Hi, friends and colleagues. In all my lectures to any pharmacy students, B Pharm, M Pharm, Pharm D, I've always been telling everyone how important is communication. But still, there are many people who don't understand the importance of communication. You have everything, you are not able to communicate, you will not be successful. We need not advertise everything that we have, but we need to communicate. Our job is not counseling. Our job is not finding mistakes in doctors' prescriptions. Our job is not just dispensing. We are here to ensure a proper health to the patient, where we will have to interact with clinicians, with patients, with paramedics. Whether you are in the drugs and therapeutics committee, you have to interact with the attender, you have to interact with the admin department, you have to interact with the nurses, nutritionists, radiologists, and all others who are in the hospital who come either to serve the healthcare or to take the services of the healthcare. You may work in a community pharmacy dispensing, you may work in a hospital pharmacy in charge of the drugs and therapeutics committee doing a pharmacoeconomic analysis. You have financial responsibilities, you have commercial responsibilities, you have scientific and technical responsibilities when you work in a hospital as a clinical hospital or community pharmacist. In whatever pharmacy you work, be it clinical, community, or hospital, you are required to communicate. So, what happens when you have a skill of making a particular product customized for a patient, when you have the knowledge of answering the drug information queries, you have all these technical things, but you are not able to communicate. Communication is also a skill, it's equally a science and an art. And if you are not able to communicate in a proper sense, the message is not reaching the patient or the doctor. Entire job is communication. First, let us accept and understand that we are in the job of communication. Forget about the professional degree that we hold as pharmacists. Most of us are do not want to recognize that we are in the industry of communication. So communication is the most important thing which we will have to understand. Now, communication can make career, communication can get you money, and the same communication when used improperly or imperfectly can kill the patient or can kill your career and your income. So we need to understand how communication can kill. See, there is a Kaidi, there is a prisoner who was to be held the next day morning, who was to be hanged the next day morning. Suddenly, the magistrate gets a message that he is not the person who really have to be hanged, and he has no part in the crime which was in which he was, convicted. Like, so he gives a telegram to the jailer saying that leave him, comma, not kill him. The telegraph person who is sitting in between is a bit weak in English and he could not confirm it, and he has wrote a telegram and which was sent to the jail, and the jail authorities, instead of hanging the prisoner by 4 a.m. in the morning, they hanged him by 3 a.m. in the morning. And the news came in the newspapers, and suddenly the magistrate rang to the jailer and he showed up with the telegraphic message that the telegraphic message that was delivered to him was leave him not, comma, kill him. So one comma can kill a person. Leave him, comma, not kill him is positive. Leave him not, kill him has become negative. So now what happens is when a comma or a full stop changes, when a single word changes, when you are communicating and you are trying to search for words, you get stressed, you get tensed, and you are in front of 10 to 15 people, or with a patient, or with a doctor, or with a paramedic, or in front of a group of the people in trying to do a health promotion exercise, or any exercise that which a pharmacist is supposed to do. You are going to be an interactive person with the people, with patient, with doctor, with paramedics, with everyone. So please understand, whether you are B Pharm, whether you are Pharm D, more so with Pharm D, it is completely a communication oriented job. You need to know some softwares, you need to know some good languages to communicate with the patient, and the common language across the globe, English. And when the opportunities are not going to be only available in a particular state, the so-called Tamil Nadu or Andhra Pradesh or Kerala, you are not going to stay in that one place only. And moreover, a person who knows an additional language, please remember, a person who knows an additional language is equal to another person. So that is what is the impact of knowing another language. So today in multi-specialty hospitals, especially in India, with the multi-specialty hospitals like MIOT at Chennai or Apollo hospitals or Medanta, like all these hospitals, there is a big thing which is coming up, which is called as medical tourism, where the cost of medical treatment in India is comparatively much lesser to the some of the countries across the globe, and so they come here, stay for a month or two, do the surgeries, take care of all the medical needs, and they go back. And these are the places where the hospitals require people knowing, say, Spanish, say French, say Urdu, say Arabic, say any language that which the country people come from. And the clinical pharmacist is in a better position. He is well paid off. Now there are translators. Now there are people with MSc, BSc who are working in those areas. But if the pharmacist himself is knowing one additional language, but before that, we need to be clear in our usage of the mother tongue as well as the national language as well as the English, which is the international language. And before going to another language, we need to be clear about this. At least we should be 100% okay with English. Now, one more thing, when people want to go out saying that India has no big opportunities for Pharm D, which I don't agree with, but when they want to go out, see, every country has got an examination to get passed for their country's language and its style of communication, like IELTS for the US. Like, so you will have to be very clear that the communication skills are very important. Now, communication is like verbal, non-verbal. Your body language also communicates. When you are searching for words, when you are not confident of communicating in a particular language, your body language shrinks you. It takes you to the corner of the room. You are not able to take authority and stand in front of the audience and talk, right? So one more thing is, like, when you are going to take charge, see, the entire job of the clinical pharmacist, interacting with the hospital staff, with the paramedical, with the medical, all highly knowledgeable people, to the patient, to the caretaker, you need to gain an authority and a responsibility and a command, and that command over your language will get you respect. Respect gives you recognition, recognition gives you career growth, career growth gives you position, position gives you money. So when you don't have that basic confidence and your body language is going to talk nonsense, or you are not able to use your body language in a proper manner, you are not confident, then comes the stage fear, then comes lack of confidence, then comes inability to speak up, lack of right practices, unaware of importance of this language and this communication, unprepared for the industry needs. See, you are doing it as a college course for 6 years. I am talking about how you are getting ready for the industry in the 6th year. So please be ready for the industry, and you will have to speak up in the classes, utilize opportunities, conduct seminars, go for conferences, present papers, do oral presentations, do poster presentations, interact, question, ask, and have a group of people with whom, like-minded people who want to develop their language, their communication. And then communication is not just language. Please don't mistake that. It involves verbal, non-verbal, body language, local language, sign language, you being assertive, you being you have to be assuring the patient of good health. You have to be assuring the caretaker of the patient that everything is going to go okay. You need to motivate the patient. If the patient is not motivated, the stress is going to increase the free radical. The free radical is again going to complicate the disease. So a person can psychologically create an impact if he is good in his communication. So you need to be assertive, you need to be assuring, you need to be motivating, you need to be energizing. So all these are qualities that are required for a good communicator, and a good communicator always becomes a leader. See, when you have stage fear, when you lack confidence, when you lack the right practices, and your career earnings are also going to get affected, and that leads to more stress. You have completed a course, you are not able to utilize. So see, accelerator, brake, and clutch, all these are required. Your pharmacy certificate is like a engine. That engine is ready to go, there is a car, but the knowledge is the fuel. The basic knowledge is the fuel. Many people do other courses also. They get ready for becoming a clinical pharmacist, they go and do a clinical trial course, they go and do a pharmacovigilance course. But my request is, first, whatever is in the syllabus, please be thorough, please understand it. Don't vomit and focus on just getting a certificate. You can have an engine, but without fuel, without oil, without driving skills, without knowing the proper use of accelerator, brake, and clutch, and the ABC is attitude, skills, and knowledge. Your attitude, your skill, your knowledge is the accelerator, brake, and clutch, and that is required. The person who has got a right balance, who knows when to apply brake, who knows when to change gears, is a person who can accelerate and grow, go in a better speed. So acceleration is not only speed. Knowing when to brake, when to stop an accident, when to escape, when to increase speed, when to decrease speed, when to change gears, when to apply brake, when to release the brake, is all a part of accelerating the vehicle. So you need to know when to talk, what to talk, where to talk, how much to talk, and all those things. See, please understand, a diamond stone, when the people do not know its value, it is covered with sand and mud, you will be using it as a paperweight. But that sand and mud, if we take off, and when the diamond is able to communicate with the light reflection that I am a diamond, and then the value of the diamond changes, the value of the normal stone changes. Tiger is also a cat. A cat is also a cat. You must have seen the picture. A cat is seeing the mirror and then it feels like a tiger. And that assertiveness, that assurance, that motivation, that energy, that confidence comes when you are having the right practices. See, typically in a jungle, the fox is the most cunning animal. Is it the king of the forest? No. The gigantic animal is elephant. Is it the king of the forest? No. Fastest is cheetah. Is it the king of the forest? No. Tallest is giraffe. Is it the king of the forest? No. The roaring lion, the sight of the lion, the sound of the lion, the look of the lion, its body language, and the sound that it provides, the respect it commands, the way it guards its territories, and these are all making a lion a king. So now, being a cunning fox, being a gigantic elephant, you are good at one thing, but when you have to lead, the entire job opportunity of a Pharm D is to manage an entire hospital. You can be hospital general managers, like general manager hospital services. So you need not do another course to go for this job opportunity. You can take this, you can grab this, but provided only engine, the Pharm D certificate or a B Pharm certificate is not going to help you. You need the knowledge as the fuel. You need communication as the driving skill. Communication is actually the accelerator, brake, and clutch, and your knowledge is the fuel. Your Pharm D certificate is just the engine. So the engine cannot run on its own. The engine needs all these things to run, and it needs a good driver. See, there is a famous story: bullshit can take you to the top, but to remain on top, you need attitude, skills, and knowledge. So, what happened is, why this bullshit came? A bull was tied to a teak tree, an ostrich came nearby, and the ostrich was feeling bad. It is not able to climb the teak tree, and the bull said, every day eat 100 grams of my shit, you can climb the tree by 1 meter. So the ostrich accepted it, and it started eating it. One day 100 grams, 2 days 200 grams, 10 days 1000 grams, and it has climbed 10 meters of the tree. So finally it ate 2 kilograms, and it climbed all the 20-meter tree, and it was standing on top with all the wings open. A bird sighter, a bird shooter, or a bird watcher came in there. He saw an ostrich which cannot fly. A heavy bird has climbed a 20-meter tree. He shot it dead, and he pushed, all cotton inside, and he kept it at his home in the entrance. That, this is the ostrich that had climbed the 20-meter tree, the only ostrich in the world. So you have climbed on to the top, but could you remain there? Can you hold on to your position? Can you grow? And to grow, and to yearn, and to get recognition, and to get respect, you need to add value to healthcare, which is not possible without having attitude, skill, and knowledge, which are going to be your accelerator, brake, and clutch. And the knowledge is the fuel, and your certificate is just an engine, right? So your certificate for your degree can give you a job interview offer, but to remain there, to grow, you need attitude, skills, and knowledge, and the communication is going to be the driving skill. If you don't know to drive, you may have a Benz or an Audi or a BMW or any vehicle like a any vehicle like a Jaguar, but are you going to reach your destination by driving the vehicle yourselves? No. Then you may say you can hire a driver, but then he is going to get recognized and you are going to spend. You are here to drive to the destination called success in career and to earn. Without which, please don't keep lamenting that Pharm D do not have opportunities. Enough and more opportunities are there. But are we really the right vessel for Pharm D and utilize the opportunity? See, the good cow milk can be kept in a silver vessel. It can be kept in a vessel made of dog skin. So dog skin milk we don't consume. We consume the milk kept in a clean vessel. So we need to understand that as vessels, as pharmacists, are we the right vessels? Are we clean? Are we ready? Are we able to take up what is being filled with us? And are we filling it with the right knowledge, attitude, and skill? So please remember, communication is the most important thing, especially for the PharmD who interact with all sorts of people. And the job is not pharmacist only. The job is communication, and you are technically a pharmacist. But to succeed, you should be good at communication. Thank you and good day.